Welcome to Coxygen Global. Here I've got Xavier and Prefina. We are doing the testing. So that is the testing that we want to check. Right. Let me share my screen. I think my screen is already shared.
Yes, sir.
Right. This is the application, Xavier. Application. The only files that this application is using is PHP and app.js. Then here we have got the on-chain. The on-chain already I've got the JLog. That one I don't want to touch it. Then let's go to the Coxylib. This Coxylib. Have you used the Coxylib before?
Just the Jimba library for so far, sir.
On the Coxylib, you can see this Coxylib is the one we are using a lot. Here, what needs to happen with this Coxylib, when it runs, remember when we are calling it from the front side, we need to test a lot of functionalities. Do you see these functions?
Yes, sir.
They need to be tested. All these ones. They need to be tested. How do you test them? It's very simple. You just call the function, run it and see what you get. This one, I don't think we are using this one. We are not using this one. We are not using this one. You can test. You can test all this. I need a test of all these functions. That is why I said the Coxylib that you have, you can run and test it. Because what I want to know this thing is working correctly. And the only way you can test, you can check it under the Coxylib. So this one needs MPH and the token hex. It is going to create an asset class. Then how do you test it? Open up a space so that you see. Const here is a create asset. So asset equals await. And then you call it. Then you need to give it 2 arguments. Say that. This is, you can do this testing because I need to test all these functions. So you need to give it 2 arguments. The first argument is the hex name. Second argument is the MPH. So now where do you get those 2? If I open here, I've got the name of this, but it's not in a hexagonal way. So now you need to use a tool online that converts text to text to hex. So any of these tools, they work. Okay, I'm going to put text in here. There is text convert. So you see it's giving me this number. This is the name which says vesting key. Then you come down to your parameter here. This is the second argument, number 2. Now I need the MPH with that vesting key. which is the policy. So where do you get it? You go to this first thing, you open, click this policy. There you are. So what am I going to get when I run this create function? I'm going to create an asset class. Asset class. Right here, you can say JLog. Okay. And then asset class. Then when you run this Cardano property solution like this, convert undefined to big int. Let me run it again. Where is it defined? Helios Coxylib. Yeah, I want you to see. Do you see, if I had not tested that function, I was not going to find this part. Oh yeah, but for now it's failing because create asset wants another argument, which is quantity. So in this case, I need to give it quantity. Maybe I'm going to give it, let's say, 50. So let me run it. This error is showing me I've got create asset class. I've got create asset. So let me test the two separately. This is asset class. Asset class, I have to use asset class here. I have to use that create asset class. And then if I'm testing asset now, this is an asset. What you need to know is you need to check from the Coxylib. Copy, I go to the Coxylib, I search, then I find the function. Here it is, asset. So for me to test create asset, I need to give it MPH hex, a minting policy, the one that I've given it. I need to give it a token name, but the token name must be in a hexadecimal format. And then I need to give it the quantity, the number, because this is going to be an asset. How many of these are going to be there? So let's test here. I've tested. Right, the first one is create an asset class. Doesn't need a third argument. So this is asset class. The next one is an asset. Here we go. So let me run and look at the results that we have. Right. So you can see now I've got the asset class and the asset. So I can inspect the asset class. You can see there is the MPH in a binary format. There it is in a hexadecimal format. See, there it is, nice.
Yes,
and we've got the token name here. The binary bytes of the token name is that one. And then the hexadecimal is this one. Now, the other thing that I want you to do, which you can do, is when you are creating an asset class like this one, check how many bytes are there. If they are not 28, then it means the minting policy supplied is wrong. So you are testing, so you can test the bytes. How do you do that? So it means now you can go to the Coxylib, this actual function here. Let's start with the create asset class, this one. So with the create asset class, I didn't check it's very difficult to check the bytes from here. You can only check the bytes after it has been created. So like here, I can say const asset class bytes. Let's say equals then on this asset class, say dot bytes. Then JLog bytes. Then you check. It will list the bytes, but now we want the length of the byte. So you can say length. Right. So here, what am I expecting to get? I'm expecting to get the length of the byte of this asset class. It must be 32. Cannot read properties of undefined. So let's see, asset class. All right, I need first to say hash mph. So hash ph, then dot bytes, then dot length. Okay, I need to close parentheses. In an enclosing class, so I must put hash. Okay, let's check. Right, the next thing is mph bytes. So here it is saying this in enclosing. I don't know what is enclosing, which means this part here. How do we edit here? No, it can't be like this. This one is going to be too complicated for me. As long as you have tested this simple way, that would be fine. As long as you have tested it in the simple way. Let me check if this works. Don't get it will complain. Asset class mph. Must be declared in an enclosing class. What does that mean? In an enclosing class. Let's check it online. Let me say Cardano. Must be declared in enclosing class, yes. So how do I do this? To avoid such kind of error, you should use the hash symbol to declare the private field within the class. Okay, this one I can't correct. So the best thing to do is to leave it. Okay. So, all right, go ahead and test all these methods. Write your test of all these methods of the Coxygen, the way I have shown you here. So what I'll do, I'm going to download this Coxylib for you. This Coxylib 5. So I'm going to put it under Jimba. You download it here from Jimba. Downloads. That one was, let me say 5. There is Coxylib 5. I need to zip it. What is not on our side is time. That is one challenging thing. Time is not on our side. Okay. Right, let's go. Let's go 5. This one. There we have it. You can download it from here. Right. Go and do what I've asked you to do. There it is. Okay. Any more question, Xavier?
Yes, sir. While you were explaining, you got some parameters for especially the asset class. I want to know how you to get the parameters if I'm to test each of these methods, the library, because I can see a couple of them have different arguments. So.
Right. That's a
How do I
very
get
good.
them, sir?
That's a very good question. Uh, that's a very good question. Let me go back here. Let's get another function from this list. To see all these functions, they need to be tested. Let me
Yes, sir.
say, for example, you've got this function here. We want to test and keep the test so that we know they work. You go to Coxylib,
Yes, sir.
search, find the function. If you see the function, there it is. Then you can see the argument is there. Down here, you can see this hex. It's a hexadecimal formatted.
Yes, sir.
So here you are going to convert it to text. So a person can supply a text, it won't work. Can supply a text, it won't work. So that is what I can say. So the only way for you to know which arguments to use, you have to come to the Coxylib here. Normally, the way I wrote the names for the arguments, it is exactly what they do. Select wallet is going to be a select wallet object. Then a wallet is going to be a wallet object. A CIP30 wallet is going to be a CIP30 wallet object. Because this is the API. Test what you can test. Let me see. So otherwise, to address. So you are putting an address where you are sending it to. But here it doesn't tell you what type of an address. I want a page 32 address. And then amount to transfer. This one is straightforward. Some don't have documents, just empty. So we use that. I want you to test all of them so that I know which ones are not working. I take them out.
Okay, sir.
And on the ones that are working, what I commented out, don't delete it, leave it like that. On the ones that are working, for example, there is a mint function here. Test it is working, you give it a data object. Check inside when it is running this mint. Do you see? I didn't put Jimba here. You need to add those j.log for this one. Then you copy it. See here, there's nothing. Let me check
Yes,
again. You see here, policy. I didn't do that. It must be tested. Because that is why when this thing is running, let me remove this back here. Whenever I run anything, it doesn't give me information of what is happening. It becomes very difficult to test or even to know where the problem is. But when it is running and it shows like this, the moment the last line crashes, then I go to the line before it crashed. Then I can then take steps to fix it. By just going to the last line, copying and checking on the console. That one is very important.
Okay, sir.
You can say like here, this past at a value. That is what I can tell you. If there is a line of code not tested, that line of code, if it breaks, then we don't know where to start, especially when our files are so big. All right. So you can go and try Sevilla. Give
Okay, sir.
work on the Coxylib I gave you.
Okay, sir.
You have got testing, isn't it? So you can also use that chamber testing.
Okay, sir.
All right. Thanks.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Rufina, you've got a network issue. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. I wanted to know on your side, what is your problem? Where are you? What are you doing?
Yes, sir. The thing is that so yesterday I did receive the link to this website, and you did list some instructions to start with, which was like testing and then finding the properties and all that. But since electricity did go yesterday, I did not have the time to do anything. But I will start today evening.
Yes, I need testing done
Yes, sir.
on the links that I have sent. You let me know once you get a challenge.
All right, sir.
All right.